Hello friends, I am starting with the last category of questions, that is E category. What I'll be doing in most of the questions, I look at the requirements of question, whatever he is asking, I'll be computing those steps, I'll be computing the variances, but make sure that you are writing the header of each step in the exam. Even if I don't write, you have to write the header of each step in the exam. That is an important guideline to follow today's lecture. Looking at first question there, this is question E1. Question E1. I go part by part. A part says compute direct material price variance. A part says direct material price variance. In our steps, it is M2 minus M1. Let us compute M2. Standard cost of actual quantity consumed. This is equal to, you are having actual quantity consumed 59,700 liters at standard rate 3 per liter. Standard rate is 3 per liter. So 59,700 multiplied by 3, it is 1,79,100. M1, actual cost of materials consumed. This is 59,700. The cost is given there, 1,76,115. This is given. Hence, answer here 179,100 MPV, direct material price variance, minus 176,115. 176,115. This is 2,985 favorable. This is A part. B part now. Direct material usage variance. This is M4 minus M2. M4 minus M2. I need to compute only M4 because M2 we have already computed. What was M4? Standard cost, standard material cost for actual production. You are given standard cost per unit of output, that is 6 into 3. 18 per unit multiplied by actual output. Output given there, production given there, 9,800 units. So 18 into 9,800, 1,76,400. Material usage variance 176,400 minus 179,100. This is 2,700 adverse. They are very easy questions once all the steps are on your tips. Next, C point. Labor rate variance. Labor rate variance. This is equal to L2 minus L1. L2 is payment involved if workers were paid at standard rate. If workers were paid at standard rate. So actual hours which are worked also, paid also, they are same 39,500 hours multiplied by standard rate per hour, which is rupees 5. This gives me L2. 39,500 multiplied by 5. 1,97,500. L1 actual payment to labor given 192080. LRV is equal to 197,500 minus 192080. This is 5420 favorable. D point. They are very, very easy parts, let me tell you. Labor, direct labor efficiency variance. This is L5 minus L2. L5 standard direct labor cost for actual production. This is computed like 4 into 5, 20 rupees per unit, multiplied by 9,800 units. This is 1,96,000 rupees. Now, labor efficiency variance L5 minus L2 is equal to 1,96,000 minus 197,500. 1,500 adverse. 1,500 adverse. E point. Variable overhead expenditure variance. This is VO2 minus VO1. VO2 minus VO1. VO2 variable overheads absorbed for actual hours worked based on standard rate per hour. Now looking at the question, you are given absorption rate 4 per labor hour. 4 per hour. And what are actual hours worked? Labor hours are same to be taken here, 39,500 hours. So 39,500 into 4. 1,58,000 is VO2. VO1. Actual variable overheads cost. Now, actual variable overheads cost given at rupees 1,54,200 given. Variable overhead expenditure variance VO2 minus VO1 is equal to 1,58,000 minus 154,200. 3,800 favorable. F point. Variable overheads efficiency variance. VO3 minus VO2. VO3 standard variable overheads cost for actual production. Standard variable overheads cost for actual production 4 hours and it is 4 per labor hour. 16 per unit multiplied by 9800 units. Be sure in labor per hour rate was 5. So there you got 20. Here per hour rate is 4. So here you are getting is 16. 16 per unit into 9800. 1,56,800 rupees. Variable overhead efficiency variance 1,56,800 minus 1,58,000. 1200 adverse. G part. Fixed overhead expenditure variance. FO2 minus FO1. FO2 is budgeted fixed overheads. If you read on the top of question in the second line, we are given the fixed overheads were budgeted at 3,20,000. Given FO1 actual fixed overheads 3,12,000 is also given. 3,12,000 is also given. So fixed overhead expenditure variance 3,20,000 minus 3,12,000, 8,000 favorable. H point. Fixed overheads volume variance. Fixed overheads volume variance. FO5 minus FO2. Standard fixed overheads for actual production 3,20,000 divided by busted units 10,000 multiplied by actual units 9,800. 3,20,000 divided by 10,000, 32 per unit applied on 9,800 units. 3,136,00. 3,136,00. Fixed overhead volume variance 3,136,00 minus 3,20,000. This is 6,400 adverse. This question carried all middle level variances in cost categories. This was complete E1. The next one is question E2. E2 is having plenty of requirements and very importantly the D part relates to labor costing. If you have done the chapter of labor costing, you can understand. Otherwise, you can ignore it. After doing labor costing, you can understand the D part. Looking part by part, starting with part A. Material variances based on consumption of material. So, I like to make the steps related to material. M1, actual cost of materials consumed. 2,05,600 kg at the rate of 4.50 per kg. There is no opening stock, so even if there is a closing stock, that will not disturb my calculation. Actual rate will be applicable on consumed quantity. 2,05,600 multiplied by 4.5. This is 9,25,200. M2, standard cost of materials consumed. So rate change is 2,05,600 kg multiplied by 4.20 per kg. 2,05,600 multiplied by 4.20 per kg. 8,63,520. M3 not applicable, single material is there. M4, standard material cost for actual production. So rupees 21 per unit multiplied by actual production. Now be sure, don't go as per production schedule, that is a budget. I am looking at actual 40,960 units. 40,960 units multiplied by 21. I am getting 860,160. So I am ready to make the material variances table. Material cost variance M4 minus M1, 860,160 minus 925,200. So I am getting 65,040 adverse. Under this, you get MPV, material price variance, M2 minus M1, and material usage variance, M4 minus M2. This is 863,520 minus 925,200. 863,520 minus 925,200. 61680 adverse. I am getting here 860,160, 863,520. 860,160 minus 863,520. 3360 adverse. I reach B part of the question. He wants labor variances first. So labor variances again middle level applicable, that is what I will be computing. L1, actual payment to workers. This is given 387,840 given. L2, payment for actual hours at standard rate. 121200, actual rate is 3 rupees. 363600. There is no idle time given there, nothing applicable, even mix is not applicable because they are single category of labor. L5, standard labor cost for actual production. Standard labor cost for actual production, rupees 9 per unit multiplied by 40960 units. 9 into 40960. I'm getting 368640. I'll make a table for labor. Labor cost variance L5 minus L1 368640 minus 387840. This is 19,200 adverse. Under this two categories, labor rate variance L2 minus L1 363600 minus 387840. Labor efficiency variance L5 minus L2 368640 minus 363600. 363600 minus 387840. I'm getting 24,240 adverse. And 368640 minus 363600. 5040 favorable. This part is not complete because it is also asking total variance for factory overhead. Total variance for factory overhead, I can call it FO5 minus FO1. So what is FO5? Standard overhead cost for actual production. Technically, we are not classifying into fixed variable, but I am applying the broad step for overhead in fixed category. You can apply variable also, answer will be same. This is 3.6T multiplied by 40960. 3.6T into 40960. 147456. FO1 actual factory overhead. It is given 1 lakh. So total variance for factory overhead 147456 minus 1 lakh. 47456 favorable. Now C part says prepare income statement showing gross margin. There are two ways of doing. I am doing in the easier manner. Use all actuals and get the profits. Second way can be get budgeted profit, make profit reconciliation statement to get actual profits. So that is standard costing way of doing, but I am doing the easier way, income statement. Start with sales revenue. How much is sales revenue? Question says selling price to be fixed so as to allow markup of 20% on selling price. Selling price per unit, 20% on selling price profit. 1 by 5 on sale is 1 by 4 on cost. So 33.60 into 1 by 4 is profit margin. On budget only you will be creating 33.60 divided by 4, you are having is 8.40 as profit. So selling price per unit 8.40 plus 33.60, 42 rupees per unit. So selling price has been computed and it is presumed there is no price variance, so it will be the actual selling price also. So sales revenue, again I reach there. Sales revenue, actual units sold 40,960, because production and sale I hope are, no, sale is 40,000 units, it's written there, so there is stock which is there. 40,000 into 42. 40,000 into 42 is sales revenue, that is 16,80,000. Cost, material actual cost for consumption we are going to use 205600 multiplied by 4.50, that is what we computed also in M1, 925,200. Labor 3,87,840. Factory overhead 1 lakh. Total cost of goods produced 925,200 plus 387,840 plus 1 lakh, 14,13,040 less closing stock of finished goods. Closing stock of finished goods 960 units. 1413040 divided by 40,960 multiplied by 960. There is no opening stock, 33,118.13. 1413040 minus this, I am getting cost of goods sold 137,9921.87. This is cost of goods sold minus 16,80,000. I am getting his profit, which is gross actual margin. I am getting his profit 300,078.13. 300,078.13. That is the margin there. Part D. He says there is a bonus of 50% of time which is saved at standard rate. This is like applying Halsey plan in labor costing. So we need to compute hours allowed, hours worked. Hours allowed are 40,960 multiplied by 3. 40,960 multiplied by 3. 122,880. Hours actually worked 121200. Hours saved you get minus 121200. You get 1680 hours saved. At standard rate 50%. At the rate of 3 into 50%. What I am getting is 2,520. That is a bonus. Question is asking only bonus part. The bonus is 2,520. Next question is E4, which is comparatively bigger question. First part of the question wants you to make flexible budget. What I like you to do, prepare original budget flexible budget and actuals in comparative manner. That will make some things easier for you. So let us make it flexible budget with comparative data. Master budget, flexible budget and actuals. Let's make a table like this. Obviously the middle amount column is your answer. Start with units produced and sold. Master budget is 80,000. Flexible budget is for actual units 72,000 and actuals are certainly 72,000. Sales 3,20,000 at 80,000 is 320, means 4 per unit multiplied by 72,000, 2,88,000. Actual is 2,80,000. I'm getting some steps also here which I'll be using later on in my variance analysis. Then material consumed, direct material, variable cost it is 80,000, 1 per unit becomes 72,000, actual is 73,600. The variances given in question are not great or correct. What we will compute from here are correct variances based on flexible budget and actuals. Wages 1,20,000 makes 1.5 per unit on 72,000. 1,08,000. They are all variable costs so far. 1,04,800 is actual. Variable overhead, by name it is variable. 40,000, 50 paisa per unit, 36,000, 37,600. Fixed overhead 40,000. Fixed should be 40,000. 39,200 is actual. Get total cost. I am given 2,80,000. I will add here 72,000, 1,08,000, 36,000, 40,000, 2,56,000. And you are given there 255,200. Let us compute profit also. My first part will be over. This is 40,000, 288 minus actual cost 32,000 and 280 minus 255,200. This is 24,800. Now I go part by part. Whatever the question will want, I will compute the same. First, it is wanting material related variances. So I will calculate here M1 actual cost of material consumed given in question 73,600. M2 standard cost of material consumed. Let us focus there. Standard cost of material consumed per kg rate is 1 rupee and you are given at the bottom 78,400 kgs are consumed multiplied by 1 per kg. This is rupees 78,400. M4 standard cost for actual production. This is flexible budget figure. Pick from flexible budget 72,000. Refer flexible budget. So now I can make a variance. MCV 72,000 minus 73,600. 1,600 adverse. MPV 78,400 minus 73,600. 78,400 minus 73,600. 4,800 favorable. Material usage variance. This is 72,000 minus 78,400. 6,400 adverse. They are all material related variances. Material related, all variances I have computed. First category. Labor is second category. L1. Actual cost of labor. It was given in the question. Actual cost of direct wages 1,04,800. L2. Payment to workers at standard rate. Now, actual hours are given in question at the bottom of table, 70,400 hours. Multiplied by standard rate 1.50 per hour. 70,400 into 1.50. 1,05,600. Lastly, standard labor cost for actual production. This is taken from flexible budget. In flexible budget, we computed 1,08,000. 1,08,000. So, labor cost variance 1,08,000 minus 1,04,800. This is 3,200 favorable. Labor rate variance 1,05,600 minus 1,04,800. It is 800 favorable. And labor efficiency variance L5 minus L2. This is 1,08,000 minus 1,05,600. This is 2,400 favorable. So, all favorable here. This is the classification. This is labor related variances. Variable overhead. VO1. Actual variable overhead cost incurred. This is again given 37,600. This is given at 37,600. VO2. Standard variable overhead per hour multiplied by actual hours. Now, per hour rate 50 paisa given in question multiplied by actual hours 70,400. This becomes 35,200. VO3. Standard variable overhead cost for actual production. Must write all step headers properly. Don't write like this. Write the proper header here. Variable overhead absorbed for actual hours worked based on standard rate per hour. Here I am getting from flexible budget again. In flexible budget I computed that 36,000. So, table here. Variable overhead cost variance VO3 minus VO1 36,000 minus 37,600. 1,600 adverse. Then expenditure variance 35,200 minus 37,600. 2,400 adverse. Variable overhead efficiency variance. This is 36,000 minus 35,200. $800 favorable. This is variances related to variable overheads. Now I reach fixed overhead and only expenditure variance has been asked. FO1 actual fixed overheads given 39,200. FO2 budgeted fixed overhead given 40,000. Fixed overhead expenditure variance 40,000 minus 39,200. 800 favorable. Lastly, question wants sales margin volume variance. Now concentrate there, he has written in bracket profit, means he wants margin variance, and also sale price variance he wanted. No, he did not. No, he wanted sale price variance specifically, so that also will compute. First concentrate on this. This is SM1 minus SM2 minus SM4. I need standard margin per unit. Standard selling price per unit minus standard cost per unit. Let us get that. Selling price I computed somewhere at what? Did I compute? Yes, I computed in the beginning 3,20,000 divided by 80,000. 4 per unit. Let us put all standard cost one by one. Direct material was 1 rupee. Direct wages was 1.5. Variable overhead 0.5. Fixed overhead also 0.5. So 4 minus, this is 1, 2, 2.5, 3.5 I think. 3.5. 0.50 per unit. SM2 standard margin on actual quantity sold. This is 72,000 into 0.50, 36,000. SM4 standard margin on busted quantity, 80,000 into 0.5, 40,000. Now SM2 minus SM4, sale margin volume variance is equal to 36,000 minus 40,000, 4,000 adverse. Question wanted sale price variance also, and I have told you repeatedly, sale price variance in value category and margin category is always going to be same. They are not going to be different. So I am just going to compute sale value price variance. This is SV1 minus SV2. SV1 actual sales, this is given in question, rupees 2,80,000. SV2 standard value of actual quantity sold. This is standard value of actual quantity sold, 72,000 units multiplied by 4 per unit. 72,000 multiplied by 4, 2,88,000. So SPV, even SMPV, SVPV, they are same. Sale margin price variance equal sale value price variance is equal to sale price variance. 2,80,000 minus 2,88,000. 8,000 adverse. I've computed all the variances wanted by this big question. Very important 15 marks question from exam of May 2008. This was question number E4.